Chapter 2, Biological Classification. Since the dawn of civilization, there have been many attempts to classify living organisms. It was done instinctively, not using criteria that were scientific, but born out of a need to use organisms for our own use, for food, shelter, and clothing. Aristotle was the earliest to attempt a more scientific basis for classification. He used simple morphological characters to classify plants into trees, shrubs, and herbs. He also divided animals into two groups, those which had red blood and those that did not have. In Linnaeus' time, a two-kingdom class system of classification with Plantae and Animalia kingdoms was developed that included all plants and animals separately. This system did not distinguish between the eukaryotes and prokaryotes, unicellular and multicellular organisms, and the photosynthetic and non-photosynthetic organisms. Classification of organisms into plants and animals was easily done and was easy to understand. What a large number of organisms did not fall into either category. Hence, the two-kingdom classification used for a long time was inadequate. Besides cross morphology, a need was also felt for including other characteristics like cell structure, nature of wall, mode of nutrition, habitat, methods of reproduction, evolutionary relationships, etc. Classification system for the living organisms have hence undergone several changes over the time. Through plants and animals kingdoms have been a constant under all different systems. The understanding of what groups organisms be included under these kingdoms have been changing. The number and the nature of other kingdoms have also been undergone differently by different scientific over the time. R.H. Whitaker 1969 proposed a 5-kingdom classification. The kingdoms defined by him were named Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, and Animalia. The main criteria for classification used by him include cell structure, body organization, mode of nutrition, reproduction, and phylogenetic relationships. The three-domain system has also been proposed that divided the kingdom Monera into two domains, leaving the remaining eukaryotic kingdoms in the third domain and thereby the sixth kingdom classification. You will learn about this system in detail at high classes. Let us look at this 5-kingdom classification to understand the issues and considerations that influence this classification system. Earlier classification systems included bacteria, blue-green algae, fungi, mosses, ferns, gymnosperms, and the angiosperms under plants. The character that unified this whole kingdom was that all the organisms included had a cell wall in their cells. This placed together groups which widely different in other characteristics. It brought together the prokaryotic bacteria and the eukaryotic cyanobacteria. It also grouped together the unicellular organisms and the multicellular ones. Say, for example, Chlamydomonas and Spirogyra were placed together under algae. The classification did not differentiate between the heterotrophic group fungi and the eukaryotic autotrophic green plants. Though they also showed a characteristic difference in their walls composition. The fungi had chitin in their cell wall, while the green plants had a cellulose cell wall.